The next track on the WeatherTech Championship calendar is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. IMSA returns to the state of Indiana for the first time since 2014. So it's time to discuss all the details ahead of the penultimate round of this year's IMSA Championship. So this is the race preview for IMSA's Battle of the Bricks in 2023. IMSA is back in Indiana for the second to last round of the season, and finally it is race week. All 5 classes will return to this event, including IMSA's flagship category, GTP. The last event at VIR contained no prototypes on the grid, a GT-only event for IMSA's WeatherTech Championship. That event was won by Corvette Racing, as Antonio Garcia and Jordan Taylor took victory overall at VIR. This round could be extremely important for the 2023 season because the championships in multiple classes could be decided based on the results from the race here at Indianapolis. Speaking of championship standings, let's take a look at them, heading into round 10 of IMSA in 2023. In the team standings for GTP, despite not winning a single race this season yet, the number 10 Konica Minolta WTR Acura currently leads the championship with 2,171 points to their name. Just behind is the number 31 Whelen Engineering Action Express Racing Cadillac, and in third is the number 25 BMW. In LMP2, the number 52 PR1 Matheson Motorsports car currently leads that championship, with 1,345 points to their name. In the LMP3 standings, the number 74 Riley Motorsports car still leads that championship. In GTD Pro, the number 14 Vassar Sullivan Lexus is in the lead, but the number 3 Corvette, after the win at VIR, is catching up. And in GTD, Paul Miller Racing continues to dominate the championship, and they are looking likely to win it overall in 2023. This track is one of the newer circuits to the current WeatherTech Championship grid. While the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is legendary when it comes to motorsport, its history in endurance racing doesn't go back that far. In fact, DPI cars have never raced on this circuit. IMSA's last event here was back in 2014, when Action Express Racing with their Corvette DP won the race. So while they have done some testing here, the teams will need to work a little harder just because they don't have the same data that they would have at tracks like Daytona and Sebring, since they've been racing there for years. Now, even though there hasn't been a lot of endurance racing held here, as I said, this circuit is legendary in the motorsport world. Arguably the most famous circuit in North America, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, otherwise known as the Brickyard, was opened on August 14th of 1909. The circuit itself is located 9.7 kilometers west from downtown Indianapolis, and major motorsport events have been held here, such as the NASCAR Cup Series and F1's United States Grand Prix. But probably the most famous event at Indianapolis Motor Speedway is the Indy 500, which is one of 3 races a part of the Triple Crown of all motorsport. Those, of course, include the Indy 500, the Monaco Grand Prix, and the 24 Hours of Le Mans. For IMSA's 10th round, we will be racing on the road course, not the oval circuit, which the Indy 500 is held on. The circuit has 14 turns that make up the 2.4-mile track. That is 3.9 kilometers for those using that format. I also wanted to point out that IMSA has already had more than one testing day at this circuit. And across the 4 sessions of this Indianapolis test, one team really stood out, and that was RLL BMW. Across the sessions, BMW and their M Hybrid V8s sat 1 and 2 on the timesheets overall. And yes, I know this is testing. This isn't the official practice session or qualifying for the event itself. But I have to say, BMW were looking very quick. BMW's best race this season was arguably the Salen's 6 Hours of the Glen. But I bet if there's one more race where BMW can take victory, it's going to be here at Indianapolis. Let's talk about entries now, and there's a bit of news, and then I want to go into the actual list of the amount of entries for this event. First off, Proton Competition is back in IMSA with their 963, meaning we will once again get 4 Porsches on the grid in GTP. Proton Competition last raced this car in IMSA at the Road America event, which was 2 rounds ago. With the data they gathered at Road America and the WEC events they participated in, Proton Competition should be much better here at Indianapolis pace-wise. In other news, WeatherTech Motorsports is back in the LMP3 category. They last raced in IMSA at Watkins Glen, which was earlier this year. And finally, in GTD, we will see the addition of the WTR Acura and the Andretti Aston Martin join the grid for this event at Indianapolis. So for the GTP class, we will see 10 entries on the grid. In LMP2, there will be 7. In LMP3, there will be 9. In GTD Pro, we will once again see 5 entries. And finally, in GTD, we will see a whopping 17 cars on the grid. All these entries combine to create a 48-car grid for the Battle of the Bricks in 2023. Now let's talk about when and how you can watch this event. First off, I want to address some confusion here. I think some people were confused on if this race is going to be a Michelin endurance round or not. The answer is no, this is not a Michelin endurance round. But in 2024, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway will host a Michelin endurance round. But just to be clear, 2023's race is just a normal IMSA event. This year, the Battle of the Bricks will have a duration of 3 hours, and it will last from September 16th till the 17th. The WeatherTech Championship qualifying session will be on Saturday, September 16th, taking place from 12:55 p.m. to 2:10 p.m. local time. Meanwhile, the race itself will be on Sunday, September 17th, starting at 1:00 p.m. going till 4:00 p.m. local time. I would like to conclude this video by talking about how you will be able to watch this event in 2023. Well, if you're living in the United States of America, you'll be able to watch this race live on the Peacock streaming service. That live stream will be an NBC broadcast. For everybody else, it will be live streamed on IMSA TV. That will be an IMSA broadcast. So that completes my race preview for IMSA's round at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Are you excited for this event? And which entry do you think will win IMSA's return to this wonderful circuit? Well, let me know all your thoughts on this event down in the comments. Thanks for following along. If you want to see more endurance racing content, especially on IMSA and WEC, make sure to hit the subscribe button to the left. Also, check out one of the suggested videos I put to the right of your screen. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.